Hi friends, welcome to Cindy's Corner. Tonight we're going to be making a dessert, a yummy, no-bake, mini key lime cheesecakes. Okay, so I've already melted my butter, so this is 1 stick of unsalted butter and 1 sleeve of graham crackers. Okay, now they are kind of hydrating, and this is the kind of graham crackers I got, and let me show you what one sleeve is like this size. Okay, so I used my magic bullet to grind those up, but you could certainly put them in a Ziplock bag and crush them with the back of a spoon or a rolling pin, something like that. And I just melted, I took the easy way out. I melted the butter in the microwave. It took about 1 minute and it was all melted, and I just mixed this all together. So there it is. Okay, now in my mixing bowl here, I have 1 block of cream cheese, so that's 8 ounces of cream cheese. And what I've done is kind of cut it into squares, so I think it'll be a little easier to start mixing. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cream our cream cheese. And get that all nice and soft. Okay, so a lot of this happens when you're using a mixer frequently, is that your whatever you're mixing will get stuck inside your beaters. As we go along and add more ingredients, that's gonna go away. But I'm gonna take a wooden spoon here and kind of move some of that stuff out, because that happens frequently when you're mixing things. Okay. All right, so there's our cream cheese. And you know what? I need to get something like something to put my spoon on. Okay, like a little saucer. Here's the plastic lid. Okay, I'm gonna take a plastic lid and I'm gonna put my spoon over here to rest. Okay, that's good. Okay, now we've got our cream cheese. Now we're going to add 1 14-ounce of sweetened condensed milk. You want to make sure it's sweetened condensed milk and not evaporated milk. Okay, so we're going to pour that in. That immediately is going to help with this mixing. Let me get my spoon over here to help get this out of here. Oh, this reminds me, when I used to live in Hawaii, they had this thing called Vietnamese coffee, and it was coffee made with sweetened condensed milk instead of like regular cream and sugar. Boy, was that good. Okay, we pretty much got all of that out. Let me try and get the last little bit. Okay, and now I can use this can as my spoon rest. Okay, so we're going to mix that into our cream cheese. For this to get really smooth, so I am watching it to see how smooth it is getting. Okay, so now it's getting pretty smooth, and now we're going to add our next ingredient. So because this is a key lime cheesecake, I thought I would go online and see if I could find some key lime juice, because that is not something I see at my grocery store. So I found this on Amazon. It is Nellie and Joe's famous key lime juice. So this recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup of key lime juice. So that's the next thing we're going to pour in here. And now we're going to mix that up. Now, at the same time, I think I'm going to go ahead and as an extra lime taste, you could grate some zest of limes and put in here. And that's, this is like limes are pretty small. So this, limes, this is 1 lime. And I use my grater that has tiny holes, okay? So I got two of these in here, and I'm just going to add all of that to this as well. And what that will do is also give it some little green specks of the lime zest, that'll be really pretty. Okay, so we're gonna put that in there. All right, so now we're gonna mix the lime juice. Smell that key lime juice. It smells really good. It's like wafting up here. I like that. Smells really nice. Okay, I'm just gonna scrape my beaters a little bit. And you see how as I added more ingredients, those beaters almost clean themselves. So once you get more ingredients in after you are doing beating cream cheese, it just kind of starts to dissipate and all the cream cheese just goes into the bowl. Okay. All right. So at this point, we are done with the mixer. So I am going to eject. See if I can get those beaters out. Okay. Somebody will get to lick those beaters afterwards. I'm going to unplug my mixer. I'm going to put that aside. We're done with that. Okay, and now, okay, so this is how it looks. Oh, it looks so nice. I can see the little green specks from the zest in here. And you've got that lovely aroma of that key lime juice. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a 8-ounce container of whipped topping. So at my grocery store, they had Cool Whip. So that's what I'm using. So now we're going to basically fold the whipped cream into our cream cheese key lime juice mixture. And you know what? I think I might want to use like a spatula for this. So I think that I will switch from a wooden spoon over to, I'm going to try and get as much of that off. So let's see, I have a nice spatula here. Yeah, that's a good tool. Okay, let's get the rest of that. Okay, and there's a little bit here on the lid. I'm gonna scrape that off. See if I can scrape that off. Get that in my bowl. Okay, now we're gonna clean this spoon off. Okay, so now what we're doing at this point is we're folding the whipped topping into our cream cheese mixture. Okay, now I'm not sure if you can see on camera, but there are two different colors here. The cream cheese mixture, because of the sweetened condensed milk, has kind of a beigey color to it. Okay, and the Cool Whip is very white. So the recipe tells you to fold until you don't see any more streaks. Okay, so we're just going to keep folding. And folding is just going into the center and gently flipping it over. You're not really stirring, you're just kind of flipping, going underneath and flipping over. And we're just going to keep doing that until we get that all mixed together. And sometimes I will rotate my bowl so I get a different angle. Okay, that is looking pretty good. Now remember, this is going to go in the freezer and firm up. And yeah, we're about ready to start filling our cups. Okay, so let's get our cup out. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, just to make it easy for myself, because you know, I don't know if you've used these silicone molds, but see, they're very flexible, and that's one of the features. But you know, to carry it, it's probably better to put it on a cookie sheet or a tray like this. So this is how I'm going to put it into the freezer. Okay, so I'm gonna try my cookie scoop and see how that works. We'll see what is the best instrument. Maybe it may end up just being a spoon. We'll kind of find out as we go. Okay. Oh God, that tastes good. Okay. So now it's recommended that you're gonna fill these about 3/4 of the way. I'm gonna put like one heaping scoop in each one and then come back. Yeah, this ice cream scoop is working pretty good. Oh boy. See if I can get over here without spilling. Okay, so far so good. Do the ones that are furthest away first. So the idea here with this recipe is that you don't put the graham cracker in the bottom, you're going to put the graham cracker on top, and then you're going to invert these when you unmold them. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit more. And then I'm going to level them out, and then we're going to add our graham cracker to the top. These are actually pretty big. This is a pretty large muffin tin, and I'm almost using all of it up, so maybe for this particular tin it might make 12 good sized ones. Okay, so now I'm going to take a spoon and I'm just going to kind of flatten these out. See if any of them need a little, like this one needs a little extra. So this is what you call real-time cooking. Because we are doing this all in one take in real time. Okay, now I see one that got a little more extra, and I'm gonna put you, scoop you over here, and then that oughta, yep. Okay, all right, so now this is all filled up. Okay, so now we're gonna take our graham cracker melted butter here. I'm gonna actually get a little bit of a fork in here to break this up so it's nice and crumbly. That's it. Okay. Okay, and now I'm gonna take my spoon and we're just gonna put some of this mixture on top. I could see how you could serve this either way. And then when you serve it, you're going to get some whipped cream. Put like a nice dollop of whipped cream on the top. And if you want, you could add some more lime zest to decorate the whipped cream, or you could even cut a little lime, kind of micro lime wedges, or like take a slice of lime and cut it into quarters. And then decorate each one. Okay, so I want to make sure that I have enough for all of these, so that's why I'm not completely covering it up just yet. I want to make sure each one of these at least has some of the graham cracker mixture, and then I'll go back and add more. This is kind of like the first dessert video I've done. So if you'd like to see more of these type of things, let me know in the comments. I'm really enjoying making all these recipes. It's been a lot of fun, and I like interacting with all of you, and this has just been a great time. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now I've filled most of them, and I've still got about this much left, which is not a lot. So I think it's possible that because these are generous cupcake cups, that maybe a dozen is kind of what it's gonna do. And whatever's left in the bowl, the chef gets, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so like this is what I have left. Okay, so I'm gonna come back, and the ones that look a little like they need a little more, I'm gonna add a little more to them. So I think this is a really nice dessert that will be very special for you and your family, your friends, your guests. And I totally encourage you to give this a try. I'm really looking forward to having this. Now, like I say, this is a frozen dessert. You gotta let it freeze it in the freezer for at least 4 hours. Okay, so here we go. So this is what it looks like before it goes in the freezer. Now I'm gonna put it in the freezer, and tomorrow I will get to enjoy this. Okay, so thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have a great evening, and take care, and I will see you soon.